Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my journey into virtual reality with my new Oculus Rift. Now today I'll be looking at the Oculus, what comes in the box, although you're probably familiar with all the countless videos on YouTube so far, but I'll also be looking at how it performs in Elite Dangerous and how it performs in general. Well, the Oculus is well, the Oculus is really nicely packaged. Actually a shame to release it from its own virtual environment, but well, it's going to have to be used, and once my computer is finished installing its latest Windows 10 update, well, I shall set up the Oculus and we'll explore and experience my journey into virtual reality together. Now let's have a quick look at the contents of the box. First, the headset, which is surprisingly light and really is well made. Now we have the sensor. Without that, nothing will work. That seems a nifty piece of kit as well. In the lid of the box you can see the included Oculus Touch remote, and for playing more normal games you get an included Xbox One wireless controller. Now this works wirelessly in conjunction with a dongle, and there it is. And the all-important lens cleaning cloth. After a very easy setup, here's my first impressions of Elite Dangerous. Now I'm standing in the cockpit of my ship in Elite Dangerous. Now it's a Cobra Mark III. Now I must admit, in Elite Dangerous I've had the game for a long while, but I've not really ever played it very much at all. But with virtual reality, well, I think I'm going to be playing this game a lot more, because although you can't get a true sense of what it's like in the cockpit of this ship, as I'm on the landing pad of some space station somewhere far, far away, it really is immersive. You know, I can see all the control panels, the actual back of the ship as I'm walking around behind the pilot's chair. Well, actually it's a bit creepy because, as you can see the avatar of the commander in the seat, but obviously minus a head, because, well, I am the head. But this is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in, well, probably in 40 odd years of gaming, and I've seen a lot of games in my time. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to now sit back down in my chair and attempt to actually take off. Now the obviously downside of virtual reality is, well, you can't see anything outside, but if you get a good sense of where your joysticks are, and maybe with the help of my assistant, who might kindly give me the joysticks so I know where they are, I might be able to take this ship out into space and beyond. Now, over the last few days I've had some truly memorable experiences with the Oculus in Elite Dangerous, and I'm still pretty much a newbie in Elite, and obviously I will be looking into actually getting voice attack as well, which I think will aid the immersive experience in VR. But some of them experiences, like being attacked by a pirate in space and being able to track the ship with my head movement, really made the game totally immersive.
Target destroyed.
I'll also never forget my first experience of flying through a gas giant's ring system. Now, it was really an awesome experience. Also, orbiting and descending to the surface of an icy moon was, well, it was incredible in VR. No longer did everything appear sort of flat, but things actually had depth, and as you got lower to the surface you could see giant fissures through the surface of the icy body. I'll never forget crossing over what looked like a little canyon in the icy surface. In fact, you could actually go and land down there if you wanted to, but I wasn't going to be that brave. Now, in VR, this really did look totally, well, it was as if there was a wall of ice in front of you. Now, I can't really show what it looks like, obviously, on a flat screen. It still looks impressive. Elite Dangerous does look impressive, but in VR, well, it was a unforgettable sight. And as I actually got nearer the surface, you could see more of the boulders and rocks, and they looked like actual physical objects. And as I came into land, I couldn't wait to actually get outside in the Scarab rover. Now here I am in the Scarab buggy, and if you thought that VR in the ship looked impressive, once I got into this buggy, because of the open nature, it felt like I was literally on the surface of this icy moon. And it was tremendously impressive just to actually circle my Cobra Mark III on the surface. Well, I've had the Oculus Rift for a while now, and I've been using it a lot in various applications, but chiefly in Elite Dangerous, where it really is a game changer. Now, the Oculus isn't perfect. There are issues with the screen resolution. It's not going to replace your 2560 by 1440 monitor for clarity. And you will see pixels and some blurriness in some applications, although that can be tweaked sometimes with the Oculus debug tool. And in the case of Elite Dangerous, if you go to the Frontier forums, there's whole threads about how to get the best out of Elite Dangerous with the Oculus Rift. But the downside of the resolution doesn't take away the fact that the immersion of playing in VR gives you. It far outweighs any little doubts in my mind about resolution, pixels and screen door effect. Now, of course, in the future, as we see future versions of VR and future Oculuses, no doubt, the screen resolutions will improve. Now, the downside of VR is that you do need a very powerful computer to run it. But again, as graphics cards continue to evolve, there's already talk of a 1080 Ti on the horizon, the power will be readily available to more and more people. So my conclusions are, for Elite Dangerous, it's opened up a whole new virtual world with the Oculus Rift. Now, the Rift itself performs really well. Even the headphones built into the Rift are of really good quality, and I didn't know this, that there is a mic in the Rift somewhere which does a decent job. So overall, I'm really pleased with the Oculus Rift, and obviously over the next few years we will see better versions of VR, either Rift or HTC Vive or other devices which will be coming soon. So VR, augmented reality, is certainly going to be the future. Now, it's not going to be the future for all games. Some just won't be suitable for the VR experience, but for space simulations, racing games, and some very unique experiences, I can really recommend VR. Now, before you try VR, I do recommend that you do get a demo of it. And wearing glasses may be a little bit problematic. Now, I've seen videos of people wearing glasses with the Rift with no problem, but then I think you want to try if you do wear glasses. Luckily, I can do without. So overall, very pleased with the Rift. It's opened up basically a new world for me, certainly Elite Dangerous. It's brought the game to life. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, and also if you really like it, please consider subscribing. So until next time, I'll get rid of the hat and it's time to go off out into that virtual world once again. Bye for now.